As part of our epic Texas to Washington State road trip, today our 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser takes us to the deserted wilderness near Idaho's Craters of the Moon Monument. It's a race against time and temperature right now on Driving Sports TV. This episode is brought to you by Onyx Off-Road. Save 20% off your new membership with the code DSTV. Scan the code or click the link below in the description to learn more. Welcome to the Idaho leg of our epic Land Cruiser adventure. We started in Texas several days ago, went through New Mexico, Utah, and now finally in Idaho. As with most road trips, I'm on a tight schedule. That is because I am actually going to my grandmother's 101st birthday tomorrow. If you recall, I visited my grandmother the last time I did a road trip adventure through this part of the country in the Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness. Well, Grandma is having yet another birthday, and I'm gonna go see her. Now that's actually tomorrow, but I have all day today to get through the state. And right now, I'm heading towards the Craters of the Moon National Monument. Now, I'm not actually going to be filming in the National Monument. Instead, I'm in the BLM grasslands that surround it. That is, if I can find a way in. I did wake up bright early this morning and started my trek. Went on what I thought might be a road. It was identified as a road. It looked kind of like a road. Turns out it wasn't a road. It was just a messy slop. I'm going to go around to the side and go in on a trail that I know is identified as an actual access trail. But it does cut out a lot of the planned off-roading, which is disappointing. I think this was my original access point. Let's see what we got here. The roads might be closed for the winter. Oh yeah, this is the road. And it's not a good one. Open range, watch for stock. Okay, this is gonna be probably pretty muddy. Oh my gosh, just look at those tracks. So right now it is freezing, but as soon as it thaws, these tracks are gonna turn into slime. On the maps, I could see that the top half of this course is closed, but I can kind of see why, because this is a mess. Okay, let's give this a try. We've already got the truck a little muddy. Let's see how far we can get on this. Oh, this is gonna be bad. So for this trek right now, I just locked my center diff. I'm gonna put my MTS into mud. I'm gonna keep it in 4 high because obviously I need the wheels to be able to spin. So here we go. Is this a bad idea? Possibly. See, right now I have the advantage of the ground being frozen, so it's not as bad as it will be in, say, a couple hours. Or heck, actually at this point, maybe in about 20 minutes. Now I haven't aired down. I'm still at low 40s on my PSI. These are E-load 10 plies, so you keep the PSIs a little higher than you would a normal tire. But this is good. So right now we're actually on the proper road. This is called 1600 West. It's sketchy. So I think there's going to be segments that are going to be super sloppy and then some doable roads in between here. Where am I going exactly? I don't really know. I don't know how far this road goes in, and then I don't know. I know the second half is closed. It says that on the maps. So 550 west. Let's see if there's any signage here that we need to worry about. Motorized vehicles limited to roads and trails. Nope. No winter maintenance. Noted. I'm gonna have to give this Land Cruiser a good detailing once we're done here, because this thing, ooh, it's muddy. Okay, I can really feel that once I start to go into those puddles, they are muddy on the bottom. They aren't ice, so that can grab me. I have to be very careful. You know, basically, don't get cocky. Oh, that's muddy underneath. Okay. That almost grabbed me. Oh, and then we have, what the heck? Like a river crossing? Right. Bypass on the puddle. Oh, that's rough. Let's go a little smoother. Right. I'm going to have to decide if this is worth it. My biggest concern is as time is going on, this is going to melt very quickly, and then there won't be any bypasses because the entire track will be sloppy mud. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? What the heck? Good Lord. Thank goodness there's a bypass. That's some big puddles. So I think it's becoming quite apparent that my challenge here isn't against the mud necessarily, it's against time, because I have to get through this before it all thaws. I think I can do this. If not, ooh, sorry Grandma. Does 101 plus 1 extra day count? I hope so. Oop, watch for rocks. Oh, let's do bypass. Man, these puddles are brutal. It's 25 degrees. I actually have quite a few degrees before I need to worry about this thawing. I don't know what the weather's going to be today. I assume it's going to stay cold-ish. If it stays cold-ish, we'll be golden. This is when it's great to have a Land Cruiser. As you know, the all-wheel drive system is not going to fail. I have big chunky tires. I have underbody protection. I have suspension built for this. This is why people use Land Cruisers all over the world to deliver medical supplies, to respond to national crises. In fact, a friend of mine even, hey Matt, has driven these through some of the most remote parts of the world to deliver aid. All I'm doing is driving through BLM territory, trying to get to Grandma's house. But the Land Cruiser, I think it can do it. Yeah, we can take that. Deciding the lines through the ice and mud or on the bypass. Some of those tracks look super deep. Of course, I do not have mud tires. These are all terrains. But, okay, can I? So I could take this little trail over here, but it looks pretty small. That would get me over to one of the trappers' cabins, which I think would be cool to see. But there's another way to it that's more direct up here, so hopefully that is still open. Because this is getting close to where the roads are starting to close, I think, for this season. Oh, don't suck me in. Damn. It was in 1920 when Calvin Coolidge created Craters of the Moon National Monument up north here, just because it was such a unique lava landscape. Then around the year 2000, the BLM acquired, I think it was 750,000 acres surrounding it to protect that monument, as well as to, of course, provide recreation in the area. I am right now on BLM land. Oh boy. I do not see a bypass on this one, and that looks deep. And it's not just the fact that it's deep, but I know underneath that is mud. And the mud, there is no limit on mud out here, by the way. You can say, oh, you're just gonna sink 1 or 2 feet. No. There is no limit on the mud out here. People have sunk excavators in mud. Let's take a look at this. It's not even that frozen. And that is deep and that is muddy. I guess we're gonna take that little shorty bypass. Oh, it's sucking me in. I can feel the mud just going. It's okay. I'll wash you when we're done here. Here is a small trail. This, I think, goes to the Trappers Canyon and an alternate way out. We'll see what we can do here. Hopefully we can get through this with fewer lakes in the way. Barely have I spoken and already the track. Oh, gotta watch for those big boulders in the way. Oh, we got rocks. That's interesting. Okay, you want an adventure? I think we officially have an adventure now. I have no idea where I'm going. I have no idea what this road looks like, but the scenery is spectacular. Oh, I'm on top of rocks now. The nice thing about rocks, no mud, or at least very little. So over the past 100 years, farmers found that these were actually really good grazing lands. So they brought out lots of sheep and cattle. The problem is that attracted coyotes. So when the coyotes moved in, the government opened it up to trapping the coyotes. So they basically built a whole bunch of trapper cabins throughout this area to allow the trappers to have a place to hang out while they were busy trapping them coyotes. They don't do that anymore, but over the years, most of the trapper cabins have disappeared, but they have preserved one of them, and that should be up ahead here, eventually, if we can get through all of this. Oh, yeah. This is definitely not going like I expected it today, but it is still pretty incredible. I think we're about halfway to whatever I think is the next road, possibly. Okay, that hole was much deeper than I thought it was. Sorry, everything in the back. Rearrange all my cargo. Okay, I think we're coming up to the connection that should bring us up to the Trappers Canyon. We should have an intersection here with the road. Should be right here. Terrain has changed again. Now we're on rocks. I don't know, maybe I'll try to see if they can name this trail, because this trail is pretty cool. I think we should call it Ryan's Folly. Yeah, maybe. We'll see if it goes through. If it doesn't, that seems like a good name for it. Wow, I love these rocks. Okay, the sage hasn't grown in too tight, which is nice. I did bring a machete if I need it. Wow, this has gotten interesting. Got some snow here. Looks like somebody's been here. Okay, I think this is where it tees out. So this track on the left was how I was planning on coming in, but I couldn't find the entrance. I ended up on somebody's farm. So let's go to the right. Should take us to the Trapper Canyon. Slow and steady. My MPGs, by the way, are calculated at 13.9. Yeah, that's what you get with off-roading. We'll climb there. Come on, you got this. No problem. So smooth. That's the thing about this vehicle. Smooth. Even when the world around it isn't smooth, it is. I'm watching that temperature on the vehicle as it's going up. It's currently at 28. Things are going to get crazy once we hit 33. and stuff starts thawing. So there is some significant altitude here. We're at currently 40, probably around 4,000 feet. Just imagine the people who originally came over on the Oregon Trail. It wasn't highways, it wasn't even gravel roads. It was more like this. Thousands and thousands of miles on roads like this, with far worse suspension than are found in the 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser, that's for sure. At least this has coil springs on all corners. Back through the rocks. So the only feature I have enabled this whole time is center lock. Normally this vehicle would be a 60-40 torque split. Nominal, it kind of changes, of course, as needed. But you put that locker on, it essentially locks it into a 50-50 split, which is what you want to do when you're off-road. And then I also have the multi-terrain select program on for, what was it on? I think I put it on mud earlier. Yeah, because if I start to get bogged down, I want to be able to throttle into it, clear those lugs off the tire, and dig through the mud. That's what the mud setting gets you. So we're going to keep it on there for right now, in case I have any emergencies when I go into some of these puddles. But so far, so good. Love the size of this Land Cruiser. It is just the right size. Toyota said that the 112-inch wheelbase is the perfect wheelbase, and I had no arguments. Looks like we're coming up on the Trapper's Cabin. Even though the Trapper's Cabin has been restored, it is the original. They've maintained it to, of course, give a little taste of Idaho history. And then once we get there, we'll figure out how to get back out of here. Because hopefully I don't have to backtrack the whole way, because that's taking me the wrong direction. I want to go towards the mountains, not back into town. Temperature's rising. It's 29. Eee. I guess the worst case scenario, I just spend the night and drive out when it refreezes. Yeah, let's not do that. Remember, I got a birthday to get to. This trail seems to be getting worse. Still, there are tracks ahead. Somebody's been through here since it snowed. Oh boy. Just do it, I guess. Keep that throttle in. Yes. Once you stop in the mud, you're done. Okay, here's more of a road. That's cool. So that might get me out of here. And the Trapper's Cabin should be on the right. What the heck? $30 degrees, it's getting warmer. And I am in the middle of all of this. Where the heck is this cabin at? Oh man, right into another pond. Can't get to it. Well, I sent the drone over. I can't find a Trapper's Cabin anywhere. I'm sure it's over there somewhere, but I don't have time because it is now 30 degrees outside. It's clearly getting warmer, and I need to get out of here before this stuff thaws. So let's just go and follow the trails that seem to have the most likely chance of success. Whoa, mud. Mud, 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 mud. See? That's the problem. The clock is ticking. Can we get out of here before everything melts? So the road I was supposed to be on is actually one over there. Apparently, it's a little easier going. Apparently. I don't know, I didn't see a road going over there. But I did see tracks, so they must know something I don't. Okay, well, let's maybe check out those tracks. Well, if we go straight this way, but it was left coming in, that should take us to a road called Trapper Cabin Road, which I'm guessing is a way out. Keep that throttle in. This stuff looks solid. It ain't. It is not solid. At least it's smooth right here, so we can make some time. ice cubes on the dash. Whoa, a little slippy. See, did I say it's ice? Clearly ice. Oof. Okay, so we should have an intersection here with Trapper Cabin Road. Not seeing it. I'm guessing these little trail markers are not quite accurate. No changes to the setting for the vehicle. Center diff lock still mud setting on the MTS. So what MTS does is it'll use wheel brakes to lock individual wheels to help shift power side to side. It's kind of like a virtual locker system. The 1958 Land Cruiser has an older version of it, just simply called A-Track. You can't really adjust it, but it's very good. This one has the newer MTS, Multi-Terrain Select, which basically takes A-Track and adds multiple levels of functionality to it. It's like if A-Track were a sledgehammer, MTS is a scalpel. We should try this road again in the summertime. It's always dicey trying roads in the winter because these roads are not maintained. So you just don't know what you're gonna get. And especially on a road like this, which is basically just a trail. Even OnX hasn't actually named this particular route. It's barely on the map. You can see why. It's a toss-up if you're gonna get through. Okay, coming up to Black Ridge. This feels better already. Hopefully this maintains. Still at 32, hasn't gotten up to 33 yet. Definitely feels like it's getting there though. Okay, here is a crossroad, Black Ridge Road. Now, I don't necessarily need the most direct, I need the easiest way out. I'm gonna have to go this way because I believe that turns into a private road. Okay, now we're a little bit more trail-like. It's still built up though, still has a little bit of hump in the middle. Okay, North Pangari Road coming up. Oh, I think Pangari was one of the original settler families here in the area. Some of the people that originally grazed here for the first time back in the early 1900s. Yeah, we got a little water tank out there for cattle. That's a good sign. Should mean I should be able to get out. This should be an access road because they need to bring machinery in for that and water. So let's see. Oh look, an actual sign. So it looks like if I keep going this way, Highway 93 is in my future by about 10 miles. And we're back to trail status. But it is named, this is still North Black Ridge Road. Well, they actually have culverts, I just noticed, on this road. So that should help actually quite a lot. That's why it's still passable, probably. And the snow is actually getting much deeper, actually. That's kind of surprising. I guess we must be gaining altitude or elevation. Altitude, elevation, whatever. Well, this is a new challenge. The snow is deeper and actually causing some little problems here. It's okay. We'll see what we can do. I think we can get through this, though. Although that temperature is right at 32. Okay, looks like the snow is clearing up a bit here. Come on. It's definitely more technical in this section. Can't quite keep the same pace. The boulders are very large. I mean, there's not a lot of them, but catch one of them. It's all it takes. Even with 10 plies, you can only do so much. They're not indestructible. They're just almost indestructible. Ooh, that's a rock. Yep, felt that one. Ooh, these things are so deep. Hopefully, don't get to the end of this and like the bridge is out or something silly. That would be insane. Deep puddle. Let's see if I can go around the edge. Yeah, good. It's on roads like this where you start to wonder how much can your vehicle take? How much of this can it do before rattles start to creep in or things start to break? It's in your head. Oh, that's slimy underneath that ice. I feel like this road just goes on forever. Oh, come on. It's not a lot of big, like, there's some rocks, but it's not too bad. I can at least keep a fairly decent pace, though not as fast as I would like. Oh boy. Now it's a lot of water. Kind of thought we left this party. Apparently we didn't. Oh, water and ice. Huh. I mean, water and rock. Huh. Little rock puddles. A little rock climbing here. I feel like this road is becoming more of a trail and less of a road. Yeah, it doesn't have those built edges anymore. It's rutted. Grass is growing up. Not a good sign. This is not getting any better. So the temperature is now 34 degrees, but I kind of feel like the highway is right up here. I'm seeing some houses in the distance, or at least a couple barns. So fingers crossed I can actually get out this way. Okay, the road's improving a little. That's nice. There's actually gravel on it. And it's smooth. Oh, this is feeling good. And we have a few different exits up here as an option because the road kind of splits into a fork. So at least one of those should go through, right? Right? I feel like we've made it, even before I made it. But don't count the eggs before they've hatched. Bridge is a very, very, very good sign. It means civilization. Oh man, that's actually quite a little gorge here. That was a fun adventure, and the one thing I want to stress here is if you are out adventuring solo, you gotta make good choices. Was that the best choice? Well, no. If I was not doing this for you guys, I probably would have turned around and left as soon as I started getting into that super slick mud stuff. But you wanted an adventure? I think that was an adventure. That said, I'm not done yet. That's right. I still got to make it all the way to Coeur d'Alene. So, right. Let's hop on the highway and do this. MPGs for that whole trek. 11.9 mpg, and I still have more than half a tank of fuel left. Hop on the highway and make some time. Woo! That was awesome. That was really awesome.